Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2017 World Fencing Championships Women's Saber Team Competition Bronze Medal match.
Well, welcome to the World Championships here from Leipzig. This is the Women's Saber Bronze Medal match. And it is a match-up between Japan and France. And representing Japan, Aoki, Fukushima, Imura, and Tamura is the reserve. And Manon Brunet, Cecilia Berde, and Caroline Querly, and Charlotte Lembach is in as reserve. Interesting.
That is indeed.
So joined in the commentary box for this match by the FIE fencing expert David King. And David, it's been an interesting day in women's sabre. We've got to this point, but I've got to say there were some shock defeats along the way. Korea knocked out USA, and this young Japanese team took down Russia.
Well, some, I would say, overperformance in the case of, or overachievement in the case of Japan. They fenced really, really well today. France started off well. They took out Germany, then Ukraine, which was a big win for them, of course. Japan faced off Poland and then Russia. But in that semifinal, France looked a bit at sea and ended up here in the bronze medal match.
Well, the French semi-final, it was down to Manon Brunet. She was really letting points slip and not fencing well, and she was down as the anchor. Cecilia Berde and even Charlotte Lambach, who's now been put in as reserve, were by far the better two fencers. And then Querly was put in the last leg, and yeah, she had to go up against the Italians, who are really up and flying at them, and looked a little bit like a rabbit in the headlights in that last leg. And in the end, it was a score of I think 45-42 to the Italians, who went through to win it. So here we go.
Now, our running order is Imura, followed by Aoki, and then Fukushima, and it is Caroline Querly who will open for France, followed by Berde and Brunet. And Japan out on the attack, but Querly picking that attack up.
So those of you new to fencing, this is sabre. It's fast, it's furious. There's no need for the clock, so I'm not sure why is the clock running there, David.
Well, they will run the clock because it's built into the scoring system. But we will have 9 legs each with a target score of a multiple of 5, and we have to reach that score. So 5 in the first, 10 in the second, rolling on to a final score of 45.
The target area, all of the upper body, including the head. And it's a weapon of convention, like foil, which means the referee has to decide whose attack it is. But unlike the other two, it is a cutting weapon, meaning you can score with the whole of the blade as well as the tip.
Well, Querly stepping in and Imura stepping back and coming back with the second point for Japan here. And Imura now out on the attack. Querly came out looking quite strong. considering how she finished in the semi-final match. Caroli picked up the blade, but Nora with counter parry, and now to take the lead. Attack Amura, and that will end the first 5-3. It will be Chika Aoki on for Japan and Cecilia Berde for France. And I'm just wondering if France has still got a little bit of nerves after that very disappointing defeat by Italy.
Well, the big question is, have Japan really had to use all of their energy, because they came up against a really strong Russian team and pipped them in the end 45-43 to get through to the semi-finals, and then they went up against Korea and got absolutely owned. So they're going to have to pick themselves up from a big defeat, and before that they had a really tough match against the Russians. And what will the Japanese have against a French team that on paper has a lot of really on-form fencers?
Well, I think there's a couple of things to consider here. One is that the Japan loss to Korea in the semifinals wasn't necessarily unexpected, and the nature of the loss gave Japan a lot of time to sort of rebuild themselves, get themselves ready, get themselves mentally prepared for this bronze medal match. France, on the other hand, that was a really tough battle they had against Italy, and then ended up on the losing end. And they may still be in a little bit of disarray. Preparation there from Cecilia Berde, and she has yet to score in this second leg. Attack Aoki.
Well, the French need to get themselves up for this. And it's interesting that they haven't started with Charlotte Lombach. She's in as a reserve. I can only think that that is a tactical decision.
A video review called by Aoki, and referee Fikrat Valiev is having a look with the video referee Ilgin Guchler. But France looking very, very shaky here. And the call will stand, and it's the first point for Berde.
Well, the great thing about this scoring system in team competitions is that the trailing team has the ability to catch up points. You always go in sabre to the target score, and it's like climbing a ladder and with 5 rungs on it. Once you reach that multiple of 5, in this case it will be 10, if the Japanese fencer can reach that, then they have to stop and it's on to the next leg. And it means that if you're trailing, then you've got a real opportunity of scoring way more than 5. You could score 10, you could score more than 10 and catch up huge amounts.
Into the guard for Cecilia Berde, and that will end the second. 10 for Japan, 4 for Brunet and for Berde, and we've got Brunet coming on next for France, Graham, and this will be very telling if she was able to hit the reset button during the break. Fukushima on for Japan.
Yeah. Shiomi Fukushima, and up against Manon Brunet.
Guchler on to referee the next 2 legs.
Right, well, work to do for the French. Manon Brunet steps in, steps back out again. Now she's got the right of way, she's got the attack, comes through cleanly.
Perfectly built.
Perfectly built attack, yes. Not actually referring to
let's,
Manon Brunet,
yeah,
although
let's
leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. Preparation there from Fukushima.
So preparation is just a very slight delay in the attack, or bringing your arm back. A stop means that you don't have the right of way. So a lot of simultaneous attacks where the fencers will do exactly the same thing. It might be a straight attack, it might be stop, then go again at the same time.
That is Fukushima's attack all the way through there.
It's an important part of Sabre, isn't it, David? The whole simultaneous game.
It is a game. It is a tactical battle here. And you want to try and create an advantage for yourself. And in a way, trick your opponent as to what your next move is going to be. Not a confident move there from Brunet. Takes a step back, then steps back in to try and pick up the attack, and is not successful. And she's through there.
Xiaomi Fukushima, 22 years old, world ranked 23. 7th in the individual competition at the World Championships. And you've got to say, David, the Japanese fencers across the board have really performed outstandingly well.
Indeed they have, and we will see more of them tomorrow. But you know, you have to say that the Japanese team across the board has come completely prepared for this World Championships. Preparation, Brunet is the call, and Brunet asking for a video review. This hasn't been a great World Championships for France, for the USA especially, in terms of medal holdings. That call will stand, and that will end the third, 15-7.
Well, what will the French coach Jean-Philippe Durel be saying to his fencers, because they just look a little flat?
They do. They look shaky. They look unsure of themselves, and they looked that way at the end of the semifinal match against Italy, and they need to get a grip, basically, and remember that you know that they are France, and this is a very strong team.
It's a strong group of individuals, and they perform well in individual competitions, but they're just not gelling as a team.
Not today. Not today. They're world number 4, and a real force to be reckoned with when they're on. Japan world number 10, and they are on. Into the guard for Caroli, and it's going from bad to worse for this French side.
So attacking into the guard immediately changes the right of way.
It does. It is a parry.
Even though the defending fencer does nothing to make that parry, it becomes a parry.
That's correct. Well, let's not shortchange Japan here. They are crisp and focused. And they, you know, whatever fire it was that they had in them against Russia, they seem to have got that back.
Yeah, big claps there from the Japanese coach. Hiroshi Takashi.
Really getting a parry there, but that is only 1 point so far in this leg for her. Yeah, Caroli being instructed to get her hair back up under her mask and stop it covering the target area on her back. So while that's going on, the Japanese coach has got some very specific instructions for Chika Aoki.
Yeah, Takahashi. The Japanese seem to be winning the battle both in the middle of the piece when they come together and when the fencing goes the full distance of the piece. What can the French do just to try and stop this?
Well, they're so tentative coming into in the middle of the piece. They're very, very tentative, and as it moves back into a defensive posture for Japan, Japan is just really, really strong. Really stepping in to draw the attack. And getting the stop hit there.
It's not over yet if the French can wake up and get into this match.
A nicely built attack there from Caroli, and that looked more confident and composed.
Well, in the first 3 legs, the Japanese were really winning that tactical battle, weren't they? They were making the right choices, doing the right thing. Could this be the turning point?
Well, Caroli's certainly trying to make it that. In with the attack. He's in, and it's a hit to the flank. Things are starting to look good for Caroli.
Well, Caroli came on in that last leg in the semi-final against Gregorio, and she had a 3-point lead. I think it was 40-37, but Gregorio just went at her.
And Caroli picks up the blade there. Aoki back with the counter parry, and that will end it for this 4th leg. And it's not looking good for France.
No, well, they've not recorded a positive score at all in the first 4 legs. As Manon Brunet comes on for France. And she will face Imura of Japan. So here we go. Start with the 5th. 20-11 already the score. And the Japanese just seem to be outwitting the French.
I'm not sure that it's outwitting so much as simply being on form and fencing well. And France is not fencing well. And they are their own worst enemy. building that attack. And Brunet just sort of backing up and standing there. Preparation there from Emura. Brunet got the parry on the first exchange. Step back, and Emura had the room.
Another poor choice from Manon Brunet on that last point. Attacking this time. Oh, that's nice.
Lovely stop hit there from Brunet, but I do not feel she's hitting on all cylinders here.
A 5-9, we're into the, this is the fifth leg. Score 22-14, and underneath that's the individual score for this leg, and Manon Brunet is looking good.
Well, that was a nice attack there, and it's
gone to the video.
Yeah, Emura thinks that, I think she thought that was into the guard. Looking at the replay, it was not. No separation there.
So 4-2. Remember that Brunet can score more than 5, and so she can play catch up. 25 the target that Emura's going to need to get to. Yes. And this could be a turning point. We could be seeing a turning point in the match. If Manon Brunet can work out these Japanese fencers, and in particularly Emura, who she's facing now.
I think just as importantly, Brunet needs to work through the problems she's had earlier today, and it looks like she may well be doing that. And things are starting to look a little bit better for France here. And Brunet starting to look like her old self. How she managed that stop cut, I do not know.
Right on the very back line. She was defending. Just
Let's
watch this.
See how she caught her up.
Just
under the guard.
On the back of the hand. It was Emura's attack. If she'd carried it on and been able to finish it, then it would have been her point. But one light on, one coloured light on in fencing, and it can only go one way. That's the easy thing to understand if you're new to fencing.
I took one step in, then took a step back to draw the attack, and picked it up. Emura with the parry and the riposte to the upper arm of Brunet, and she felt that.
Well, this is looking like a really good leg now.
It's an 8-3 run, 8-3 run for Brunet, which is good, but France is not out of the woods.
Oh, wow. Wow. So what are the French doing that's different?
Right there, a step lunge. Direct attack. And Emura caught mid-stride. That's still Emura's attack.
And Manon Brunet trying to step in out of time. So Amura only needs one more to get out of this fifth leg.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful attack. I think Manon Brunet is back.
Yeah, Manon Brunet's not done yet. Jean-Philippe Durel on his feet now, animated, and the French look so much more lively in the box.
Yeah, preparation
over.
Yeah, preparation there from Brunet.
But she's done a great job to claw France back into this match.
A 10-5 run for Manon Brunet. They came in 9 down, and they go out 4 down. So a huge improvement in prospects for the French team.
Now, what will Manon Brunet be saying to Charlotte Lombach?
Keep it going.
Yeah, keep this going, keep this going, keep it up, keep the intensity up.
Well, Lembach is in as reserve.
Well, she's come in for Cecilia Berde.
Yep.
Well, she was fencing brilliantly in the semi-finals.
And they have her on the board as closing. Into the guard there from Lembach.
Yeah, watch the replay.
No separation.
Didn't actually say go.
Lembach coming in as reserve in this match and getting off to a slow start here. She can't let all of that hard work done by Manon Brunet to put France back in this slip away. It was Lembach with the parry, unable to do anything with it, and Fukushima puts Japan back up by 7. And the referee's going to go have a look at this on his own.
So what's he looking for here? The blades met a couple of times there.
Well, he's looking to see if he can separate the initial action from the fencers, and he's coming back. I think he probably has an idea.
So he's given that to the French fencer? Is that because
the final action was Fukushima, I believe, into the guard. Well, Lembach found the blade initially. Let's see here. She gets it, but can't do anything with it as she is sort of tumbling backwards.
So 29-22 the score, only one more needed for Fukushima.
Very strong parry there from the Japanese fencer. That takes us out.
Well, Charlotte Lembach's just going to ask for a video replay, but I don't think that she'll be successful there. Just have a look at this one, David.
No, that's easy to see. 5 for Fukushima, only 1 for Charlotte Lembach, and that was not what they needed to follow on from that huge outing from Manon Brunet. And we start the 7th, and the rubber has already hit the road for Japan, and Brunet's going to have to do it again. You know, based on her 10-5 run against Amura in the 6th, you know, we know she's capable.
And there is Manon Brunet, looking confident, looking way more confident than she did against Italy in the semi-final. So when she faced Imura, she mixed it up. She didn't just go into the middle. She's doing that again now.
Yep.
So jumping in and then immediately backing away and then attacking again. Or backing right off, inviting the attack on.
Let's see what she does here. Preparation there. Took a step into
So yeah,
start a direct attack, and then she had her arm back.
Well, if Manon Brunet can get another run going like she did a couple of legs ago, it was in the 5th, wasn't it, where she was able to beat Imura 10-5.
Yep.
If she can get that going again, they're only 5 points behind. It is possible. 35 the target score. Oh, she just backed away there. Just
beautiful, beautiful distance control from Chika Aoki. Just avoids the hit, right back. And that's given his attack. Chika Aoki. Brunet looks to the box. There won't be a challenge. Attack Brunet, and Aoki will challenge. The call will stand.
so no more challenges for Aoki in this leg. Looking at the blades.
Attack no Aoki.
Well, Brunet's already up to 5, but she needs to keep going now. Needs to press on. 35's the target. She could do it. She could put France back in the lead.
Well, there's a lot of things she could do. There's Chika Aoki, though, to contend with. But Brunet's still looking confident.
She's the one that seems to be leading the dance. She's the one that decides whether to go or run away, and she ran away at in that instance, and it didn't work for her.
Well, there was a point at which she was going to have to stop and defend, and that was just a fantastic attack from Aoki. Yeah, preparation from Aoki. The problem that France is facing right now is that right now Brunet holding a 6-3 lead in this 7th leg. Caroli and Berde. Yeah, Berde is coming back on to close. That substitution for Berde in the 6th didn't work out very well for France.
So Charlotte Lombach is done.
She's done.
Well, it really is Manon Brunet that's controlling this leg. The Japanese fencer, Aoki, doesn't know what Brunet is going to do, whether she's going to make a step in and then immediately run back, or step in, run back, then attack again, or do stop-start like she did there.
Well, they both come in, and Brunet trying to come in a low line, and Aoki simply blocking her out and getting the hit.
Well, Aoki only needs one more, and then Manon Brunet's work is done.
She gets the parry there. Well, actually attack no. Yeah, there's actually no blade contact there. She simply picked up the right away at the end of the attack.
35 the target.
Lovely parry there from Brunet. 9-4 run here for her. But with Karolyi and Berde in 8 and 9, she's got to do a lot more.
Well, if Karolyi and Berde could just do what Manon Brunet is doing.
Well, then they would be Manon Brunet.
Well, Cecilia Berde is a good fencer.
Indeed.
Manon Brunet is doing one for the team. She really is. She's worked out the way of dealing with these Japanese fencers, not just going into the middle the whole time. They were losing that. Now she got caught on preparation there. She's asking for a video, but it looks like the score could well go to 35-32. Only 3 points in it, but Fukushima's coming on, and Fukushima has been fencing brilliantly. She's fast and she's furious. She likes to go on the attack.
Yeah, Brunet stepped in, stopped, and that takes us to the end of 7. But Brunet comes out of this match with a +8 indicator, and whatever it was that happened earlier in the day, she's gotten over it. But it's up to Caroline Karolyi and Cecilia Berde now to finish this off. But you know, Japan has been pretty seamless in this match. They took out Russia. You know, they lost to Korea in the semifinal, but
well, they lost heavily to Korea.
Well,
Korea owned them in that semifinal. So the youngster, 19 years old, from France. That's more like it. Just 2 points in it now. This is going to end tight if the French can keep this going.
Really good distance control there on that last one.
Good score
for Fukushima, and Karolyi's got work to do here. He steps in with the attack. They were.
Yeah, the score was wrong.
Had to add a point on for France.
And it was actually
Karolyi jumps back.
Hiroshi Takahashi that was correcting the score in favor of France.
It's a great one there from Karolyi. Took a little jump back, picked up the right of way. Attack. Fukushima, Karolyi looking to the box, and they are going to challenge.
You know, he looked to Durrell, the coach, and he then gave the signal to Karolyi, and
Her call stands.
Unsuccessful, so lost the right of appeal. Well, it's 3 apiece, Fukushima against Karolyi. And if Karolyi can keep this level pegging.
She's on a -3 indicator right now. She needs to come out of this 8th leg with a net pickup.
I'm not sure why the referee is going to the video unless she's been called over by the video referee.
Well,
oh, wow. So 40 the target score, 38-36. No separation there. Simultaneous attack, and we might see a few of these because we're coming to a real crunch period of this match.
Corelli stepping back, draws the attack.
And I think
it's attack no for Fukushima.
Well, the French got caught napping at the beginning of this match, but a change in tactic.
Well, a big part of that has been Manon Brunet.
Well, Corelli on 6 now. Whatever happens, she will come out of this leg.
No matter how you look at it, it is a momentum shift here.
So level pegging, 38 all. That one goes to Fukushima. 40 the target score. Caroline Quiroli would so like to get one more. Simultaneous attack. Will it be another simultaneous? Will they go together? No. Crawley decides to back away now. It's her turn to attack. And through cleanly.
Beautiful use of distance. Now. Can she do it again? Coach urging her on from the box. And
yes, she can.
Just a step, lunge.
And for the first time in this competition, France have taken the lead.
They couldn't have picked a better time, could
wow. We saw a momentum shift when Manon Brunet came on for the second time and managed to work out Imura, beat her 10-5. She then came back on against Aoki and beat her 10-5. That clawed the French back in.
Well, what Corelli has done here is gone, she came in a -3 indicator. She's gone out on a +1. And she's given Cecilia Berde a 1-point lead going into the 9th and final leg. And it is the reserve Tamura in to close for Japan.
Yep, she's in for Imura. Imura beaten heavily by Brunet. So here we go. Target score 45. They start with a simultaneous attack, taking it into the middle. Now, the French have had their best success when they've moved it around the piste, haven't they, David?
Well, they have indeed, and the variety that they have used in this match has been really good. They gets the parry.
So 41-39. This is for the bronze medal here at the World Championships. Oh, and that's a big one for Cecilia Berde.
We're not going to get a replay on that, but that was a really lovely move from Berde. Preparation Berde is the call, and she immediately challenges.
Now Norika Tamura, 26 years old, experienced, 18th in the world rankings. Fenced well into 8th place in the individual competition here. But there is the world ranked #2 Cecilia Berdet, 27 years old. Bronze in the individual, so on form. And only requiring 3 points. Make that 2 points now to secure a bronze medal for this French team.
And it's been pretty much the same action all 3 times for Berdet as she's building this hit beautifully, fabulous. She wants to bring this to an end.
She kept moving forward, she kept moving forward. Even when she was stuttering her feet, it was still her attack. And then just picked her opportunity to finish off the attack. And I think the French know it now. They're just 1 point away. And they had a big scare at the beginning of this match. And they fought their way back in.
The referee's going to have a look at this. Let's see if we get a replay. We won't. Fikret Valiev coming back.
No hit. Nothing given. Parry the post.
Oh my.
That's it. That is it. She's got to put her mask back on, and her teammates need to leave the piste for the referee to decide this. But it is done and dusted. And he's done it. He's put his hand in the air. 45-39. What a comeback from the French.
Well,
David, explain that.
Well, there are a couple of things. This French team has been together a long time. They've achieved a lot together. They are a true team, and the way that they were able to shake off, it took them a while to shake it off, that loss against Italy. That was very disappointing for them. You know, Brunet sort of vanished in that Italy match, but she picked herself up, she dusted herself off, and they fought together as a team. All 4 of them were on the piste today. And they were not going to walk out of here without a medal. And you have to say, Japan has really, really done a fantastic job all across the board here. And this team really came in looking like they were going to do it. But that was not down so much to the Japanese as it was to those girls right there.
And they're carrying on Sarah Balzer, who injured her knee in the individual competition. She was facing Irina Vecchi of Italy. And
they're going to carry her out onto the piste. That's fantastic.
She should have been here. She should have been here. She would have been in this team. It's Query that's the replacement instead of Balzer. Oh, that's a nice touch. I'm not sure of the damage to her knee, but it looked pretty serious at the time.
I believe that
they tried to strap her up.
that it is a pretty serious injury, but she is a part of the team and a very well-regarded one, and that shows you right. That's the picture right there of what kind of team this is. They go get their injured teammate and bring her out onto the piste.
Well, that was a very exciting bronze medal match. Well, it is sabre. It's always going to be exciting. We've got a very different kettle of fish coming up next. It's the bronze medal match for the men's team épée, and that's going to be a contest between Hungary and Russia.
And an interesting matchup it's going to be, because disappointing losses for both Hungary and Russia, but most especially Hungary. I don't know, they're just going to wait out there for them to bring the medals out.
Someone needs to give Sarah Bowles her crutches back.
Well, let's not